We work with SNV, that's the Netherlands Development Organization. The Netherlands Development Organization is a development organization that works in 33 countries and specifically works for poverty reduction. So we work, for instance, with tourism organizations in the countries so that they work with local communities, that they work with the private sector, that they work with NGOs to develop more tourism that benefits also poor people. I have to say though that we are not only working in tourism, we are working in tourism, we are working in cash crops, which means agriculture, we are working in forestry, and we link all those, tourism, agriculture and forestry together so that this blend makes even better benefits for poor people. What we try to do is that with all that knowledge, with all that support to these different organizations, we will make better linkages to the tourism industry, to the tourism organizations, so that they can support communities and poor people better. One is, for instance, the Mekong Discovery Trail in Cambodia. That's a project together with the Ministry of Tourism in Cambodia, working together with the private sector, looking for possibilities of a new product. This Mekong Discovery Trail, there were the Mekong, the private sector, like how do you want to develop the product better so that it's really marketable for you, really sellable for you. We worked with communities so that they have a better understanding of like what the tour operators want and what they can provide to the tour operators. And what we did was mobilizing all these communities, all these people that could work together with the private sector based on the identification of the private sector of how they want to have that product. An example, for instance, can be vegetables that are grown more locally. These vegetables are now sourced from the hotels to communities. My role as a coordinator for the whole of the world is linking up with our advisors in the different countries. Every region has its own regional coordinator, and they, among themselves, bring out all the stories that worked, didn't work in particular areas, in particular destinations.
Generally, the challenges you encounter would be in which areas or which stages of starting one of these projects?
Well, the major ones are really to keep all the different stakeholders, to get all the different stakeholders together, and especially keeping them together to work for a joint goal, a joint result.
Do you hold their hands through that process, monitoring, giving feedback?
We certainly work together with all these partners and clients throughout the whole process and support them to help to reach that goal of the end goal that we envisioned. And that's certainly something that we do through the whole process. And that's also our role, helping these different organizations to help themselves.